In South Carolina, I haven't read the entire release. You did, I think. Did they put in there that now they are the home of the current all-time winningest coach in college baseball?
Yes, I think it was in the release.
The current wins leader? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very good. Well, on short notice, because things are happening rapidly, or were happening rapidly, but on short notice, USC assistant baseball coach Monte Lee has agreed to join us to tell us about the day over there at USC and what's happening with the baseball program now that the new coach is in place, the new head coach, assistant coaches, all coming together relatively quickly. But we thank Monte Lee for taking a few minutes out of his night. He's probably making dinner, and we thank him for joining us. Coach, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good, Phil. How are you doing?
Man, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Tell us about the day today for Gamecock baseball from where you sit.
Well, I mean, it's a great day. I mean, it's one of those special days that you'll always remember. Coach Venneri being named as head coach, and feel blessed to be a part of his staff and be able to help him and serve him and try to do everything I can to make sure he gets off on a great foot here in South Carolina, in a new area and a new place for him. So really excited about joining the rest of the staff and looking forward to hit the ground running in recruiting.
So share with us what you can, and if I'm out of bounds, you just say I'm out of bounds. But we all know that you were in the hunt for the job, that you would love to have been the head coach at South Carolina at this time, and it didn't happen here right now. What can you tell us from your perspective, how that went down from you, your conversations with Coach Tanner, how it was kind of explained to you, if you can perhaps share some of that?
Well, obviously, I'd like to keep that between Coach Tanner and I, just out of respect to him. Look, Coach Tanner's been, the greatest mentor that I've had in my professional career. So, we certainly talked about it, but my stance on the situation was very, very simple. I put my faith in Coach Tanner to make the best decision for the University of South Carolina and the baseball program, and I'm honored to be a part of that. And that's just the way that I look at it. It's been tremendous for me to be a part of this program and this university. Having grown up 30 minutes from here, it's just been an awesome thing for me to be a part of. So, I certainly wanted the opportunity to be the head coach here. Who wouldn't want to be, a head coach at a place like South Carolina? But, Coach Tanner, felt like, Coach Venneri was the right fit. And when the opportunity came about for me to work for Coach Venneri and remain on staff, I was very, very excited about that opportunity. And I look forward again to doing everything I can to get the program, back to where we all want the program to be. There's certainly high expectations here. I know that Coach Venneri is a proven winner, having been to Omaha 6 times, I believe, and don't quote me on that, but has won a national championship and, like you said, maybe the most, has the most wins of any active head coach in college baseball. So I'm looking forward to working for him and learning from him and being a part of this tremendous staff and being a part of this great program.
Were any promises made to you about the future, down the road, to keep you at South Carolina, to get you to accept this new contract, the 3 years? You're the highest paid assistant coach in college baseball. I don't know if you know that or not. Maybe you do. That's something to put on the resume. But any promises that down the road, when, Coach Venneri decides to retire for good, whenever that is, that you could be that next guy, or you will be that next guy?
No. Look, the biggest thing that's been shown to me today is that there's a major commitment to South Carolina baseball, with Coach Venneri being hired, with his resume, and then Coach blessed me with the opportunity with a multi-year contract. I think that shows a major commitment, to this program, and I'm certainly blessed to be receiving, the opportunity that I have. So, so that's where we are, and I couldn't imagine, I guess, where I sit right now, just being able to have this opportunity. I'm very, very blessed to be working at South Carolina and have the opportunity in front of me that I have, and again, I'm looking forward to working for Coach Maneri and working with the rest of the staff. I haven't had a chance to meet them in person yet. I'm excited, to be able to meet these guys, and we've had great conversations already, and I'm looking forward to seeing what Coach Maneri's vision is and how I can assist him in reaching that. So we're just super excited about the opportunity moving forward.
Talking with Monte Lee. So, I said last night when we opened the show, Ray Tanner, he kept this well underground. We had all kind of different names out there that we were looking at, different schools around the area. And here comes Paul Maneri, out of the blue as far as those of us around here are concerned. When did you know Paul Maneri was a possibility? Did you know something like in advance that this could possibly come to fruition?
Well, again, I certainly don't want to, talk about my conversations with Coach Tanner and when those conversations began. But I think everybody, understands that, we're sitting here, where we are. And, obviously I knew about it, for over the last couple of days, just with discussions with Coach Tanner and those kind of things. So, but as far as kind of the details of that, I, certainly want to keep, those details between Coach Tanner and I.
Sure.
Coach, I saw earlier today that Ethan Petrie tweeted out "Let's go Gamecocks" with a hashtag home, indicating, I guess, that he's excited about the hiring of Coach Maneri. What do you know? What can you share about how how the players have reacted today to the news that he'll be their new head coach?
Well, I think when you see somebody like Ethan Petrie, who, with the loss of Cole Messina, the anticipated loss of Cole Messina was the leader of the team this year. And, deservedly so, should be going into professional baseball this year. I think the guy's a big leaguer. So that being said, I think Ethan Petrie has taken on that role of being the voice and the leader of the program moving forward. So to see Ethan Petrie, do what he did and, put something out on social media, I think says an awful lot, because he's going to hold control, of that locker room. I mean, he's the guy that's got the most stripes on his sleeves and has the accomplishments and is going to be the voice of the program. So to see him support it, I think says an awful lot about how the players in the program feel about it.
I know the Gamecock baseball program is held in high esteem by administration, coaches, fans. I get that. I think it's unfair for any fan base to look at a program and say Omaha or bust. If you don't make it to Omaha, it's a bad year. I mean, your last 2 years under Mark Kingston, you guys made a super, and you made a regional, and I still believe that's good baseball season. If you ask me, as tough as college baseball is, and you guys live in the toughest neighborhood in all of college baseball, I still say that's still good baseball, but it's obviously not good enough, so the change was made. So when Coach Maneri comes in, it's not like it's a broken program, right? It's not like he's walking into a place that's been blown up. You guys are still very solid, got a lot of good players coming back, have recruited a lot of good players. You see where I'm going with this? It's not like he's got to rebuild this thing from the ground up.
Well, here's what I'll say about all of that. We all know what we signed up for. I think that's the main thing. It's like the expectations are through the roof in a program like South Carolina, and look, the man that runs the athletic department is the reason for that, because he won multiple national championships and took the program to Omaha many, many times. So, Coach Tanner, and before him, June Raines, those South Carolina baseball has done an awful lot of really good things at a very high level for a long, long time. So, and when you don't have pro sports in a state like South Carolina, we're the Yankees, we're the Red Sox, we're the New England Patriots. Like, we're, you know what I mean? Like, that's how people in South Carolina, one of the things that makes our state so great is that we don't have any pro sports. So the people of this state, they put Gamecock baseball in very, very high regard, and they have high expectations. And you have to have high expectations too as a coach. This is a program that is built on accountability and no excuses. And that's the way that we see it. Our job and our responsibility is to try to do everything we can to put the best product on the field to get this program to the College World Series and compete for national championships. That's what the fans expect. Are you going to get there every year? I think we know that that's very, very difficult to do, but those are the expectations. That's what we signed up for, and that's what we're going to fight to put on the field and get to. So we understand it. You know, it's a tough business. You got to have thick skin. You got to be mentally and physically tough to endure it. But that's what we signed up for, and we're excited to have the opportunity to have those expectations. That's the thing about it. You got to look at the expectations and be excited about it and run to those expectations, not shy away from them.
I get it. What do you think makes Paul Mainieri such a great coach?
Well, I think in anything that I've ever done, when I research a player, a coach, anybody in the business, in business or anything else, just look at track record. I think track record tells you everything about a coach, and Paul Mainieri's track record says he's a winner. He's won everywhere he's been. He took Notre Dame to the College World Series. He's taken LSU to the College World Series. He's won a national championship, and he's had success for a long, long time. So I think track record speaks for itself as far as, you know, what Paul Mainieri is all about, and looking forward to, you know, again, serving him and helping him achieve, you know, all the things that he's been able to achieve in the past. Going to do everything I can to help him achieve those right here in South Carolina.
So do we call you the $500,000 man now?
Well, now you're making it awkward for me, Corey. I will tell you. I'll tell everybody listening to the show this. I'm the same dude I was when I was a volunteer assistant at South Carolina. I'm just older.
Yeah.
I will never change. I'm going to treat people the way that I would want to be treated. My values are never going to change. Who I am as a person matters a lot more to me than what I do as a profession. And it will always be that way. I'm not going to change. I'm just a good old boy from Lugoff, South Carolina, that's been able to live my dream my whole life, and that's just the way that I see it. So, you know, money and opportunities in this profession are great, but they're not everything. So I'm certainly blessed, but I'm not going to change.
Understand. Hey, we thank you so much. Congratulations on everything. Look forward to talking to you again. Thank you, Monte.
Appreciate it, Coach.
Yep. Appreciate you guys having me on.
Thank you. Monte Lee, back in a moment.